If you are one of countless Americans out there who is paying close attention to when the COVID vaccine is going to be available, I want you to start thinking in advance about a few other things. So this way, when the vaccine comes out, you're already prepared to deal with it in a way that makes some sense. You need to start asking some logical questions like, where can you get it? Now, instinctively, you're probably thinking, well, if I have a treating doctor, I can just go there. But what happens if you don't have a treating doctor? Can you get it at the hospital if you go to the emergency room? Can you go to your local health department? How about free clinics? I know we're starting to see more and more with regards to Walgreens, Rite Aid, and various pharmacies. Can you get it there? Start finding out and asking early on, where can you get it, so that you don't fall into thinking that the places that you would think normally would have it may not have it. So then you need to ask yourself, if they do it in bulk, is there going to be priority for certain people? Like, for instance, it makes perfect sense that our first responders get it. It makes perfect sense that our healthcare providers get it. But after those persons, where do you fall in the pecking order? So that if that, just in case, if at any point in time there's a shortage, you find yourself knowing who gets it before you, and knowing where you are in the pecking order, so that you can ensure that you can get it when it's available for you. I know no one likes to talk about the dollars, but hey, how much does it cost? You're gonna want to know if there's, what kind of cost we're looking at here. Early on, one of my friends once told me that whenever you have something in mass, the more options or the larger number of it, the cheaper it is. But guess what? If we're doing a mass production of this particular vaccine, the numbers may not be high enough. In other words, it still may be expensive. So start finding out ahead of time, how much can this potentially cost the average person to get it? Because I don't know about you, I don't have deep pockets. And so I want to make sure that it's not going to drive me out of the poorhouse trying to get this vaccine. And also start asking your insurance carrier, if you have insurance, how does this work in terms of this new type of vaccine? Is it going to be available to you if you tested positive? Is it going to be available to you if you've had the tested positive, you've had the symptoms, and you've come out of the hospital? Can you get it then? Can you get it as a preventative measure? Do you actually have to be tested positive in order to get it? These are all things you want to start asking. Now, some of you are probably not going to be doing that right now. You're probably telling yourself, I got too many other things to worry about. I'm trying not to get it. I don't want you to get it, but I also want you to be smart. Start planning for this, because one of the things we have a tendency to do is not deal with it until it actually hits us in the face. We know this is coming. Start planning in advance.